Well, here we are with the Himiway D4 2.0. We're up here on Belly Acres this morning, and I just wanted to give you a quick update on this fine bike. It does come with an aluminum rack, the ebike, I believe, design, and it's really heavy duty. You know, you can put, well, the ebike HD, it says right here. As you can see here, this puppy is, and you can hang your pannier bags and stuff on the side. And as I pointed out earlier, they have some nice heavy duty brackets that go in along the top here. You do not have bolts going through, so that's extremely strong. And that, well, let's see here, I can't quite, the kickstand part, you can see is actually integrated into the frame. It's not just a tab that goes down there. That is a really good deal. And here's a close-up of the suspension part. And the seat post, you can see, is on maximum insertion point right here. And it's still a little bit on the short side because my inseam is 34. This guy has a carrying capacity of 400 pounds. So hey, if you're like a super heavy duty dude, or you want to go do some hunting and stuff, this puppy here can pull you around. Its battery capacity is rated 19.2 Ah. 48 volt DC. It says 20 miles an hour, but you can kick that down up, open it up to class 3, which is 28, I believe. I have not ridden the bike yet, and you look at that UL certification on the bike and on the battery. Here's the battery right here, and look at this. They have a fine, like my other e-bikes, the battery cover comes up and actually covers this pretty good. It's part of the integrated battery. And look at this, they got the chain stay protector going clear from back here up to here. And we're in first gear right now. It's touching the tire because, well, the derailleur is bent. That's why I haven't ridden it. I'm still waiting for them to get around and do something about that. And you can see here, if I pedal the bike a little bit, I have adjusted the derailleur, got into a whole bunch of details on it and whatnot. It keeps changing as you pedal it. So yeah, that's the way that goes. But this is a super nice bike. You have adjustable forks here up on the front. This is your lockout side. Here are the clicks. So you can adjust this over here. I have adjusted up a couple of times. And over on this side, I have cranked up on it because the preload is pretty light for me. I'm 235 pounds. But this one also has Tektro hydraulic brakes. I don't know if you can hear that or not. It sounds good though. But look at this guy here. We have put the battery in there. And this is the first time that I'm going to be powering this puppy up. Oh, got to long press it. There we go. There's the display. And it still has the cover on it and whatnot. So, their Himiway Assist system. And if you want to get more details on that, the Russ is Right channel, a YouTube channel, he has some extremely good information about how that highway assist system will work for you on paved surfaces. I'm more of a dirt rider, so hey, not so good. And we have one click for down, and over here it's a click shifter up, down. Pretty cool. That works pretty nice. And over on this side is the thumb throttle on the cockpit here. I have not tried it out yet because, well, you know, a derailleur situation. I have not been able to finish that out. But here you can see here, the brakes come on nice and bright on both sides. But of course, here we are. It's all set up there. I just haven't put the headlight on because, well, I just didn't really see a need to. But the back fender is installed, the rack is installed, it comes installed. The only thing you need to install are basically the handlebars. And I have adjusted this guy up here. This bolt here was filled with paint. I had to take a picky tool and clean the paint out to get the tool to go into it. And over on the other side is just basically a nut. You can't put a tool in over there. Believe me, I tried. The guy on support told me about it, so I tried. But you know, you got connection points here for a front rack, and look at this, 4 connections to put on different places to put your water bottle on there. Myself, I would use this for putting on if you wish to have another battery on there. And no, they do not have anything here for a wired connection to come out, but all you have to do is run the wires in there, put a balancer in there, and your controllers in the side there. And if I'm been told correctly, the controller is a 22 amp. But this is a good bike. I just have not ridden it yet because, well, that derailleur keeps kicking the chain off just as I pedal it here on the ground. So I'm not even going to want to try to ride it. But yeah, this is less on Belly Acres. We'll chat a little bit more about this bike here in the future. Earlier, I showed you this fine sticker here that it said the battery capacity is 19.2 Ah rated. Well, that and the date of the manufacturer is July 2025. It says right there, and there's that fine UL sticker. But in reality, the battery is something else. It's 14, or it's 15, anyway, it's less. I'll show you here in a few moments. This is how you take the batteries out. They send you these keys, and you only need the key to take the battery out. But you can charge it in the bike. And look at that. Did you see that as I turned it? The first part unlocked. For this second part, I'm going to have both hands. This is the information on the actual battery. Look right there. It is 14.4 Ah. That's the reality of this battery. The bike has a fairly large compartment. As you can see, here's that part I was talking about earlier. See these fine, I'll set it down here with my hands so I can, this fine lip here that goes long. That's that waterproof thing I was talking about. You can see here, well, here's the screws. You can take it apart to change the battery. Of course, you would void the warranty if you split that there. But look at this right here. This is that fine protective thing. Protective cover that I was telling you about. And to put this battery in, you basically turn the forks forward, and right here on the bottom you can see the slots for the power. This one and this one are, this one's positive and this one's negative. You can check this with an amp meter or a multimeter to see what is actually in there. But to put this guy in here, I really should have put the camera on a stand for this, but you just put it in the bottom here, and here, snap right in. It's that easy. Here is the charge port, so you can charge it on the bike. We'll put that back in there. And here's this fine paint job. I'll show it to you when it's not so bright out. And you can see this paint job is just, oh, it's got a few lines in it, don't it? It's interesting. They didn't do such a good job. I can see a few marks running across. Possibly they scuffed it up before they painted it. I had talked to auto people about this before, and that's just one of those fine things. It's not going to be perfect, but hey, look at this extra strength they put on this post. Now that is really good. This is built extremely well. The controller again is tucked inside of here. We can take this plastic cover off. As you can see here, it's got the torque sensor and its torque sensor, cadence sensor switchable. These are the pedals that come with it. They're okay. They're metal and all that good stuff. But myself, I'm going to swap those out to get something a little better on there. And here was that part that I showed you guys earlier. So this is out here. It's easy to see. We got the red line here. This is the part inside of here. There's an actual O-ring, so it's water resistant and stuff. But see, having it on the outside, you're going to have less chance of damage and less water flashing up than if it was on the inside on the wheel in there. And this is the really good kickstand that's there.